Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Thursday, July 25th, 2013. Right now in the NASDAQ patch, we're definitely stronger than the broad market, but we don't have a lot of signals to show for it. We're fairly well balanced off here between buy and sell signals. Do have a couple of volume bumps that are worth noting. Apple, which just reported, obviously trading better than typical volume. Baidu is trading very good volume. That's 3% above the day's open. We caught a nice late day scalp in that. That's working for us on the long side right now. Broadcom, after earnings, a lot of volume on this one. This one does have a downside CPS condition. We're also seeing good volume in Juniper, with a 2 times typical volume and a downside CPS condition. Also, Netflix right now is seeing some late day selling. That's more than 1.5% below the VWAP right now. So that means that the sellers right now are very proactive in the shares of Netflix. Moving on to the financials, mostly late volume. Don't have any volume bumps here, but we've got a little bit of sloppiness. Bank of America's got a downside CPS, and Sallie Mae SLM also has a downside CPS. We did short the FAS today, which is working out very nicely. We took that one quite a bit earlier in the day, and we shorted that FAS ETF that represents the banking sector on a leveraged basis when it went below 76, 74. So we've got a nice winner going there. Moving on to the energy patch, no signals here at all. Arch coal, low price stock, but it is extremely weak on above typical volume. That's 6% below the day's open. We're also seeing pretty good weakness today in BTU. I would definitely evaluate that for a pullback opportunity to pick up some on the long side at a key level if it presents itself. Looking at the generals, big volume in Caterpillar again today, 1.6% below the day's open. Again, earnings related. VMware having a big day to the upside, 4% above the day's open and 2.5% above the day's VWAP. The VMware does have an upside CPS condition. As far as the housing names go, they're very, very weak today. Toll Brothers, above typical volume, and more than 6% below the day's open. So most of these things are very, very weak across the board. So the housing sector continues to be very weak and unable to mount any kind of a real bounce. Transports are kind of mixed here. I've got a downside condition in UPS and an upside condition in FedEx, but nothing really sticking out here that looks too interesting. And finally, onto the commodities. The gold stocks are really taking a lot back of what they put on last couple of days. ABX, you can see the extreme weakness there. Newmont also. We've got downside conditions in a couple agricultural names. Monsanto and Mosaic both have downside CPS conditions. So there's a few things to keep in mind for the next trading session. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.